Okay, I'm gonna erase this. I started doing it. And all right, looking at these two, 15c squared minus 3c and 35c minus 7, we need to see what these two guys have in common, the 15c squared and the minus 3. If there's anything you can factor out, factoring is like dividing. So right here I did my factor trees for 15. If you divide it by 3, you get 5. So 3 and 5 are the factors of 15. 3, the factors are 1 and 3. You want to look at these numbers, 15 and 3, which factor is the same? 3 is the same factor, so we're going to put 3 out here. Then we're going to look at, so we looked first at this number right here. We're working with 15c squared. We're going to look at both of the c squared and the c. We can take, there's 2 c's here, 1 c here. If we look at both of these terms, the most c's you can take out of each term is 1 c. Okay, so if we take 1 c out of here, we're left with just 1 c. Okay, factoring is dividing. Now, we're going to put in parentheses, what is 15 divided by 3? You're left with 5. And then c squared divided by c, you're left with c. Factoring is division. Now we're going to move to here, minus 3c. Negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. And then c divided by c is 1. So we're just going to leave it right here as negative 1. This right here, 3c and 5c minus 1 are the factors for 15c squared minus 3c. The factors are 3c and 5c minus 1. Okay? If you wanted to check this and make sure it was correct, just multiply. Use distributive property. 3c times 5c and 3c times negative 1. 3c times 5c. Multiply the 3 and the 5, you get 15. Multiply the c and the c, you get c squared. Now if you do 3c times negative 1, it's just going to be minus 3c. This right here is the same as up here. So this is factored correctly. We are trying to find the least common multiple. To do that, we need to find the factors of 15c squared minus 3c and the factors of 35c minus 7. For 35c minus 7, let's find, using our factor tree, find the factors of 35. It cannot be divided by 2 because it's an odd number. It cannot be divided by 3. It can be divided by 5 and you get 7. So 5 and 7 are the factors of 35. For 7, the factors are 1 and 7. Which factor do we have in common? We have 7 in common. 7 goes into 35 and 7 goes into 7. So we're going to do what we did here. We're going to take out a 7 from both terms. And it looks like c is only in our first term, so we can't take any c's out. So what's left? Now we're going to do 35 divided by 7. You're going to get 5. And then c is just going to stay because we didn't take any other c's out. And then negative 7 divided by 7 is minus 1. Look at here. 5c minus 1 and 5c minus 1. They're the same. So the factors for 35c minus 7 are 7 and 5c minus 1. Now, to find the least common multiple, you're going to look and find how many times a term appears. One term, one term, one term, one term. The most amount of times it appears. So let's start with 3c. The most amount of times it appears is 1 time. So we're going to have 3c here. And then 5c minus 1. The most amount of times it appears is 1 time here and 1 time here. So we're going to write it 1 time. We're always going to be multiplying when we're doing our least common multiple. And then 7 appears 1 time. It's the most times it appears. Okay? So now you're going to multiply everything out. Well, I'm going to rearrange this though because I like to have my numbers first, then my variables. Oops. Okay, so I just put the 7 first, and then 3c, 5c minus 1. When you're multiplying all of these. Now, you can't multiply them all at the same time, but you can do 2 at a time. So we're going to do 7 times 3c. 7 times 3 is 21, and then the c just stays here. 5c minus 1. Okay? This is how you want to leave it. Because least common multiples have the factors written this way. Don't multiply it again, okay? Only multiply it if you have two numbers here. Your answer is 21c times the quantity of 5c minus 1.